Jeep Gladiator hood struts from Rival. Something different to try. Well, good morning everybody. How are you today? Pretty good here, and welcome back to the channel. That's right, today Randall is back here again, right over there, with his 2020 Jeep Gladiator Mojave. And we're going to install a different kind of hood strut on here. If you've seen some of my other videos, I put some on mine. I believe they were from Redline, if I remember. But he found a different no drill type, which the Redline ones were too. But we're going to try these out on the Jeep Mojave. So we're going to go over here and do a little unboxing. We'll show you what he's got here. And there's the name, and let's see. Yeah, there's the name. There'll be a link down below if you're interested in checking these out. But we'll go ahead and get these out, see what they're all about. I'm curious to kind of compare them to the Redline version and see how exactly these go in. I have a feeling it's going to be pretty darn similar, but
the pictures look real similar.
Yeah, because with a no bolt, you really only have, I think, one option.
Yeah.
Or not a no bolt, a no drill, I should say.
The biggest difference was these were $15 less.
Oh, yeah. How was delivery? They come pretty quick?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, today's, how shipping has been slowed due to everything going on.
Yeah.
It took about 3 days.
Okay, not too bad then.
Yeah, 2.
The reason I ask, I had seen another no drill type, but man, I couldn't even find a way to order those. And that was for the Tacoma though, so. Okay, so what do we have? We've got hardware, we've got some struts there, and some bracketry. Pretty heavy brackets there. Wow, I think that's a little heavier actually than what you get with the Redline. And then some directions, always handy to have those. Of course, it appears that they're for a JK, so it's not going to work. Not kidding, of course. There they are, nice and black. I like that. I don't see any chrome on here, huh? Speaking of chrome, we've got something else we're going to do in a different video a little bit later, having to do with those, but that's a different video. Yeah, these brackets are pretty beefy. Wow. Definitely more substantial than what is in mine, that's for sure.
Really?
Yeah. We'll have to take a look at those, but they feel
beefy.
Heavier, yeah.
I mean, those are
and I like these better too.
almost 3/16 of an inch. I mean, that's fairly thick.
The problem I had with mine, and we'll get to this, but if I recall, the way this is going to work is these little brackets are going to fit in a slot right here, and they're going to go inside, and they do fit nice. Look at that. I had trouble getting mine in. They didn't fit right, but I believe they're going to slide in that slot, I think, and then the strut is going to fasten on, if I'm not mistaken. But look at that, nice fit. Okay, as I mentioned, they do go in the slots, as you can see. Finagling them in is an art. Of course, you don't want to drop that little silver holder down in your hood, or you're never going to see it again. So that would be disastrous. But you can see a little there. It just kind of slips in, and then you have to put the bracket on. Make a little more sense once we get a little further along. Okay. He's got the bracket in here. You can see it just kind of slips in like so. Unfortunately, it has these screws. Oh, I got bad news for you. I'll show you in a minute. It's kind of funny. But what's going to happen then is the bottom part of this bracket is going to slide down over the bottom screw, and then the top will pivot over like so. Okay, we've got the bracket on up here. You guys can see, very simple. Much easier, much better fit, I will tell you. And design as well, the way this bracket goes on than what the Redline was. This is much better. Now, the next part, of course, is the bottom bracket. It is the furthest screw back, kind of on this little tongue-like looking area here. It is a 10 millimeter, so you're going to reuse the bolt that is on the Jeep, of course. and go ahead and mount that back bracket. Mine did the same thing. Always worries you when you get a pop. Fender falls off or something.
Or something equally wonderful, yes.
That's funny. Yeah, mine did the exact same thing.
Really?
Yep. Uh-oh.
Okay.
We've lost the bracket.
We had it.
Here it is.
Everything's black.
Yeah, blends right in.
There's kind of a groove where the fender fold forms around it, and it's going to fit inside of that.
Oh, nice. Good.
Which is probably what the Redline did also, but
yeah, I think it was pretty similar. We'll take a quick look at mine once these are done, just for comparison. I'm curious to see myself. This is a pretty quick install. I mean, once you have these brackets bolted in, obviously the struts just snap in over the nubs.
the hardest part is getting the
hood brackets.
The hood brackets in, and that was eased a lot by using the screws as a tap to clean out the threads. For when they hard chrome it,
Yeah.
they didn't really want to start, and using the screws to work as a tap to kind of clean that out.
Yeah.
Seems to have helped.
Yeah, I agree. Trying to screw those in by hand without running the screws in first, not so much
Was gonna be
fun.
a bad start.
Yeah. So there's a pro tip for you. Run the screws down through the holes before you put them in, and don't try to slip that little silver bracket into the hole before you put the screws in. The screws and the washers, yeah, because those will keep you from dropping that bracket down in your hood. Okay, you got that tightened up?
Yeah, I think so.
All right, got that all in. Awesome. So now it's a matter of the strut. Okay, we've got the struts here. The chamber is going to be at the top on these. I think the red lines were the same, but again, we're going to check that because honestly, I don't recall for sure. There you go. That was easy. Got one snapped in. Oh, yeah.
Two strapped in.
That's it. And I know it's kind of hard to see. I'm pointing out at the light. That's better. That'll give you a little bit better view. There's the bottom nub in, and there is the top. Now we'll move on to the other side. Here's another tip for you, and I'm not sure if the camera will pick this up or not, but on one side of this bracket that goes into the hood, it's beveled. And the other side, again, I'm not sure if you can see it here, is not. It's just flat. So that obviously makes it easier to put the screw in. Now, you may say, well, gee, why does that matter? Who cares? Well, when you're up there trying to put this bracket in and tighten it in that little area, and it's a little tedious movements, anything to make it easier helps.
Anything to get that thing, because that's the hard part, is getting it started.
It is. That's
Once
the
it's
hardest
started,
part of the whole thing.
You know, life is grand.
Yep. Okay, we got the light off. We got the struts in on both sides. So now it's time to see if it actually stays up. That'd be nice.
It's the little things.
Okay, let's see.
Okay,
Now, here you go. Look at that.
just like the Redline.
That's awesome. Love it. Much, much better than those stupid bars. I can't stand those, and I always complain about that yellow, yeah, the holder.
Sounds like something's breaking.
Every time. Every time.
Every time I pop it, I'm going, have I busted something this time?
Yeah. All right, so that probably took, you know, with filming and talking and whatever, what, 15, 20 minutes?
Yeah.
Something like that?
Probably about 20 minutes.
Yeah, not bad.
25 if you add opening the box.
Yeah, right.
On camera.
Let's go out. We'll take a look at mine. Okay, here's how mine works. With the red lines, and yeah, the tubes or the chambers are on the tops. But you can see in my bracketry here, let me show you on this side, not near as substantial as what the brackets are on these others. These are a much thinner metal, if you will. Same thing down here, totally different setup. You see mine kind of hooks over the edge, and I don't know, just doesn't seem as substantial. I'm sure for the purpose of it, it's not a big deal, but a different setup for sure.
Yours goes over and then has a lip over the top here.
Right, whereas yours just sits in this area.
In the groove.
I guess, well, the lip does help you to locate it, maybe a little more, but you can see there's even some movement there, so.
The metal on the other one is probably twice as thick.
I would say so. And that looks like a cast part, doesn't it? It does. Now, one other thing I want to mention, going back to these brackets up here, these were a nightmare to get in. I just like the design of the others better. If you notice, they have slots, so you can go ahead and stick one in on the side, or on the bottom rather, and then slide it over across the top to put on. Just makes it so much easier to do. I probably spent at least twice as long doing this mod as what we did. So highly recommend the others, I think. Sorry, Redline, great product. Maybe a little bit stronger strut. Let's see. Yeah, I think the Redlines are stronger. I noticed yours fell. Maybe your hood's heavier. But at this point, so yeah, I think the Redlines are a little bit beefier in the strut itself, but it doesn't matter, I don't think. And for the money and the ease of install, I would certainly recommend going that way. You decide. What do you think? You happy with it?
Oh yeah.
Yeah?
Extremely.
Awesome.
Getting rid of that thing.
Yeah. Yeah, stupid thing. I always wait for these to break, and I've seen these broken before on other vehicles, so.
Oh, that would be ugly. With that, every time as you start, it's dropping down,
yeah,
and then it's going to rattle.
Right, exactly. Anyway, that is the hood strut install, another version on Randall's Mojave. Again, I'd recommend that one. It's just easier to do, I think, and less time consuming. Leave a comment. Let me know what you think. If you've done both, let me know which one you like. Also, real quick, if you're interested, check out my other channel. It is all about my 2020 Toyota Tacoma sitting back there. Don't forget to click that notification bell so that you don't miss out on any upcoming videos. And do me a favor, smash that subscribe button on the way out. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.